What if the moment you thought would break your heart forever turned into the night you'd never forget for all the right reasons? In a small clinic, a faithful German shepherd lay motionless, a beloved companion's life apparently slipping away. His owner whispered a final goodbye while the vet prepared the injection that would end his suffering. Then a sound so faint it almost didn't exist changed everything. What followed was a breathtaking race against time. A story of fierce love and an unexpected miracle that proves hope can shine even when it seems the light has gone out. The hum of fluorescent lights filled the small treatment room, a soft counterpoint to the tension pressing on everyone's chest. On the metal table lay Max, a once mighty German shepherd, whose coat now looked dull and thin. A single blanket cushioned his frail frame. Every breath he took came in ragged, shallow pulls. Daniel sat beside him, shoulders hunched, fingers trembling as they moved through the familiar fur. He had raised Max from a playful puppy into the steady, loyal friend who'd been by his side through heartbreak and triumph alike. Tears blurred his vision. "You've been the best friend I could ever ask for," he whispered, voice cracking. Max's cloudy eyes fluttered open at the sound, searching for the voice he knew so well. With what little strength remained, he nudged Daniel's wrist. The gentle pressure undid him. Daniel bent forward until his forehead rested against Max's, his chest shaking with silent sobs. Behind them, the veterinarian and her nurse stood quietly, granting space for this intimate goodbye. The nurse discreetly wiped away a tear. She'd witnessed many farewells, but it never became routine. Then Max did something no one expected. Slowly, his front legs lifted. One paw, then the other, reached around Daniel's neck in a weak but deliberate embrace. The room stilled. Daniel clung to his dog, tears soaking Max's thinning fur. "I love you," he whispered again and again, words breaking each time. The vet finally stepped closer, a small syringe of pale liquid glinting under the lights. "I'm ready when you are," she murmured. Daniel swallowed hard, nodding faintly. He placed a trembling hand over Max's chest. "You can rest now, buddy. You've been so brave." But as the vet moved the needle toward Max's leg, she suddenly froze. A frown creased her brow. She leaned closer, pressing a stethoscope to his ribs, eyes narrowing in concentration. The seconds stretched unbearably. "What is it?" Daniel asked, his voice raw. "Hold on," she said quietly, listening again. What she heard wasn't the erratic, fading beat of a heart shutting down. It was irregular but strong enough to fight. Setting the syringe aside, she checked his gums and temperature. "His body's cold, but this isn't organ failure," she said quickly to the nurse. "This could be a severe infection or poisoning. We might still have time." Daniel blinked, hope flickering through his grief. "You mean, he can survive, if we act fast?" The vet's voice sharpened with resolve. "Get 4 fluids and broad-spectrum antibiotics now." The nurse hurried to prepare the treatment while Daniel stepped back, heart racing. Moments ago he had been saying goodbye. Now he clung to a fragile but real chance. Hours crawled by. Daniel sat outside the treatment room, hands clasped so tightly his knuckles were white. Every tick of the clock echoed in his mind. Each time footsteps sounded, he looked up, braced for either the worst news or the miracle he barely dared to imagine. Past midnight, the vet emerged. Fatigue etched in every line of her face, but a spark of triumph in her eyes. "He's stable," she said softly. "The next few hours are critical, but he's responding." Daniel exhaled a breath he didn't realize he'd been holding. "Thank you for not giving up." The vet gave a tired but genuine smile. "He wasn't ready to leave, and neither were you." Daniel stayed through the night, refusing to close his eyes. He kept seeing Max's paws around his neck. That final hug he thought would be their last. Just before dawn, the vet reappeared, her expression transformed by a quiet joy. "Come in," she said gently. "He's awake." Daniel's legs trembled as he entered. On a fresh blanket lay Max, an IV taped to his leg, eyes open and warm. His tail tapped a slow rhythm when he spotted his person. "Hey buddy," Daniel whispered, tears flooding again. He cupped Max's face, feeling the reassuring warmth of life beneath his palm. Max gave a faint, contented sigh and, with visible effort, lifted a paw to rest against Daniel's arm this time, not as a goodbye, but as a promise. The battle wasn't over, but the miracle had already begun. If Max's incredible fight for life moved you, help us share this story of hope. Like this video to celebrate the love between people and their pets. Comment below with a memory of the animal who changed your world, and tell us what you would have felt in Daniel's place. Most of all, Subscribe so you won't miss more real stories that prove miracles happen when we refuse to give up. Your support keeps inspiring tales like Max's alive and may even help more families choose hope when it matters most.